welcome to GGSP. I'm Jem. Coming up on today's show, Will takes a stroll through the puzzles and platforming of the adorable Biped. Plus, you may have noticed something's a little different this week. That's right, we are keeping safe and practicing our social distancing by bringing you GGSP from our very own Dens of Gaming. Let's give you the tour.
Stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition, a yawn and stretch and try to come alive. Jump in the shower and the blood starts pumping. Hello and welcome to Rad's tour of my gaming den. My being Rad. I'm Rad. So I've actually built an entire studio in my office, which used to just be for my computer and playing some games, but now, look at it. It's a whole studio!
Welcome to my Den of Gaming! Now, this is where I spend most of my time, and now that we're working from home, it's also where I make videos for the show, which I know sounds like a lot of fun and games, and technically it is a lot of games, but it's also a lot of work. So I want to show you what goes into all of it. Behind me, on my TV, we've got the logo in case I forget what show I'm working on, and also that is where I keep all of my consoles and controllers. I also wanted to give the room some extra flair and kind of make it look like a spaceship. So we added in these neon lights here, this strip along here, and also a second one just behind the TV that makes it all glow blue. Don't look at my cables, it's a mess.
So let's take a look at my gaming den. Well, first off, that is obviously where I sit, where I film things. It's a seat, so that's generally where you sit. And we're lighting our things with this big boy here, which kind of gives me a bit of, well, light. And there's also some blue light as opposed to the yellow light. We also have pink light. And of course the big kahuna, we have a lightsaber. And I mean, to film anything, you need a camera, and we have one here on top of a tripod with a lens, and generally that's not on the front, because if that's on the front, then you'll just see this.
So here we have my camera, which is really fancy, and I don't want to touch it because I'm scared I'll break it, and my light, which I definitely don't want to touch because it is so tall and it's bigger than me. Like, look how tall this thing is. I'm so short, so I don't really want to touch it in case it like falls on my head or something.
Having good light is one of the most important things about a home studio, so we have tons in here. Over here there's some wall lights which change color, and they're touch enabled so they know when you're touching them. And then we have this neon light which says game room on it, and it's like an arcade machine. But I've actually put spray paint on this one so that's a little bit dimmer because neons are very, very bright. And then we've put a gel in front of it to make it look extra blue.
So this is my desk. Ta-da! This is where I spend a good deal of my time during the day. I'm writing scripts, I'm logging footage. If it's a PC game, I'm here playing it. I've got my beautiful background that makes me think of a lovely countryside village. So yeah, I like to keep my desk very personalized and covered in knickknacks. Here's my pin collection, my Kirby money box I got from Japan, and my stack of patches I keep forgetting to put on a jacket. I mean, I'll get to it eventually. Probably. I won't.
Then we've got my computer station where I do lots of my cool gaming, and there's so many screens here. There's a monitor for the camera, and then the computer screen, and then my laptop, and my water bottle, because remember to stay hydrated. I also brought the ball guy head from the GGSP studio with me, just to bring a little bit of home. Even though I am at home. It's like my second home.
I'm a big fan of the Avengers, so I've got a lot of cool, groovy Avengers stuff here. Of course, a big Captain America shield. Some really cool Doctor Who posters up there from when they used to do a thing called the Doctor Who Symphonic Spectacular. And then if we open up this cabinet right here, we got some even cooler figures. Up here is the Disney Infinity figures. I love these things so much. It was from the time of gaming where you had all the toys to life, your Skylanders, your Disney Infinity, your Lego Dimensions. Further down is my Spider-Verse shelf. I love this shelf so much. There's so many cool spiders. Spiders? I mean, they're spider people. They're not just spiders. I don't collect spiders. That'd be real weird.
So I bought this butterfly all dried and folded up, and then you moisten it up with a little bit of wet paper towel, and then you can use strips of paper to pin it open like a flying butterfly. We also have some lovely pictures of boat meal.
I started sewing again. This is my brand new machine. I don't know how it works. We're gonna find out together. This is the fabric I'm gonna use. It's really pretty. I'm gonna try and make a top out of it. Or a potato sack. We'll find out which. It's a roll of the dice. I will fully admit I didn't expect this to turn out as okay as it did. I'm pretty happy with that. Add some sleeves, take it in a bit, not a potato sack.
And down here are my comics. Well, some of my comics. These are basically trade paperbacks, which are collections of lots of individual comics. The rest of my collection... And then if we come even further down, we've got my Star Wars books. And, you know, books are always good, especially in a time like this when you're at home a bit more often. It's great to read, obviously, on top of your other schoolwork, but reading is just great. And Star Wars is also good.
I really love plants. I love growing things. And this cool light here mimics the sun to help all my little plants grow. We have this really beautiful Calathea mosaica, which has this awesome mosaic kind of pattern on it. And we have this one that has leaves that look like camouflage.
I'm secretly a superhero. Don't tell anyone. I guess it's not much of a secret now that it's on public television. It's a secret between you and I. So as long as you, the entire public of Australia, and me, as long as we keep the secret just to us, I still have a public identity. A secret identity. I can't even say that correctly.
I really love playing music, so I have my guitar in here. Jem also has a ukulele.
This is my very cheap ukulele.
So obviously I have to have a bit of a playoff with her. Good games, 1 point is the best. Playing games, I like it, yeah.
I also really like to draw, which is something I think I'm slightly better at than I am at playing ukulele. Yeah, you and me, we're not friends. And I do that on this tablet. I love drawing because it's a way for me to express myself without any words. I can just take everything in my head, you know, my thoughts, my feelings, that weird dream I had the other night about starting a cat colony in space. And what's great about drawing is that you don't have to be good at it right away. You know, I'm not worried about if it's good or bad, if I'm doing it right or wrong, because it's just for me. You know, it's whatever I want it to be. And what I want it to be is cats in space.
When I'm not shooting GGSP or playing games, I like to hang out with my pets, including my beautiful baby boy sausage prince boat meal. Good boy. I also currently have 2 snakes staying with me, Bagel and Mango. These 2 are carpet pythons, so they're not venomous, and they're also pets, so they're used to humans. But you should never approach a snake that you don't know, especially in the wild. Actually, that kind of goes for dogs too.
Up here is my Lego collection. Well, a small part of my Lego collection. The rest is kind of broken apart, as you do. It's in a bucket. But these are the things that are assembled. And some of them are from Lego Dimensions, another Toys to Life game. I love being able to hold the figure, the character I'm playing on screen in my hands. And when they look this good, how can you resist? And this is, of course, a bed which is within my gaming den, because sometimes when you game a lot, you should both take a break for your eyes as well as for your brain, and this is where I do that. So generally, you know, you just give it a bit of this and a bit of...
So this is one of my favorite ones. I've got these tiles of acoustic foam stuck to the wall, and it just makes the room sound a little bit better, because even though we're making videos, audio is just as important, if not more.
This is actually a little visual effects project that I'm working on. I'm hoping to hone my skills in visual effects and 3D modeling and animation, and a fun little thing called compositing, which is basically bringing all those elements together and making something pretty cool. In fact, I might show you a little preview of this thing, although for legal reasons, I will be providing all the sound effects. Oh wow, I'm in a ship. Oh no, it's a mountain. Oh.
Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew.
But all up, that is my gaming den. Now that's over, I'm gonna have some chips and I'm gonna go relax somewhere, if you don't mind.
So that's my tour of my gaming den. Until next time, be nice, have fun, and keep gaming. Red out.
Well, that is it for my Den of Gaming tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a little bit of everything in here. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, but 100% gem. I also hope you guys are staying safe and having fun in your own dens of gaming. So, until next time, be nice, have fun, and of course, keep gaming. Gem out. Oh. Okay, I thought that would be funny, but never mind, it just hurt.
Have you ever looked at your standard puzzle platformer and thought, if only the controls could be a tad more difficult? Well, I've got a treat for you in the form of the puzzle platformer Biped. Biped puts you and a friend into the body of adorable little robots, both of whom set out on a quest to activate beacons and aid their bipedal buddies across the planet. There is the option of either playing in solo or co-op, and whilst the structure of the campaign remains the same, the actual gameplay is sculpted around your chosen mode of play, with a little AI buddy providing help where needed. But how exactly does the game play? Well, the term biped generally refers to an animal that uses 2 legs for walking, and our 2 little robots take that term quite literally. Each stick of the controller is linked to a leg, so you'll need to push and drop each stick rhythmically to start walking. I wasn't the biggest fan of this at first. It sometimes felt clunky and quite unresponsive. Thankfully, you quickly learn that most surfaces will allow you to just glide about, with walking reserved for the occasional puzzle or platforming section. And similar to real life, you'll be using your little legs for more than just walking. Levers and switches will require you to perform flamingo-like stances to activate. There's shape-matching puzzles aplenty, plus a few more creative uses for your legs. There's also a variety of challenges throughout each world, some requiring you to step across color-changing platforms, whilst others will test your balance, making you keep each other stable across seesaws and rotating perilous platforms. It is important to note though, for less experienced gamers, Biped isn't the easiest of adventures, something I quickly learnt whilst playing with my parents. You gotta step up the steps.
It's like being a baby.
It is. So if you use both sticks and push them forward, not that fast.
Oh no! Oh.
So when it's blue, I put my foot down. And now that it's pink, you've got to put your foot down. You gotta hold your foot in the air, okay? So I'm gonna go blue. Careful!
This is a good one, Will.
Whoa! Yay! Get on the platform!
Oh, no.
I got it! I did it! Oh, look at myself!
All right.
Oh, no!
But even the most novice of gamers will eventually get through it. Oh, and it's undeniable how much more fun it all is in co-op mode. Actually having to rely on a partner rather than a voiceless AI buddy just adds to the chaos. Oh, I messed it up, sorry. Plus, it also makes the event of actually completing a challenge all the more rewarding.
Yay! Did it! How long did it take?
You gotta do it again.
Oh, no.
There's also 2 pro modes for each world. These take a mechanic from the level and stretch it into a far trickier version. These pro levels will certainly test your friendship and patience, with the heightened difficulty leading to some properly nerve-wracking moments.
Oh, redhead!
There's so much variety here as well, especially with the main campaign being split up into 8 worlds. From snowy mountains to ancient ruins, all the puzzles and challenges are wonderfully designed around the game's changing locations. And the animation of the little bots? The way their little legs waggle when pulling a lever, their clunky bouncy penguin waddle, and their general cuteness just makes for such an adorable world to be in. Now, I was really enjoying the wonderful sea of action, adventure, vibrant fun, and then they put me in a raft. Forget all the intuitive puzzle solving, you'll now need to use both sticks to mimic walking whilst on a raft. And most of the time, that doesn't even seem to work. No matter how hard I tried to be careful, the intense physics from the oncoming waves mixed with the unresponsive raft movement equaled non-stop pain. But I digress. I eventually made it past the bothersome boats and completed the campaign. Now, both the solo and co-op campaigns are rather short, clocking in at only around 2 hours each. There are a few additional challenges in the form of scattered stars and coins to collect. The coins going towards some groovy visual flair. You can have some good glasses.
Okay, I might need that so I can see where I'm going.
Yeah, okay. Plus, there's a fail counter and time limit to beat for each level. And of course, the pro modes in co-op do add a bit of insanely difficult but fun extra content. So there is some replayability, but ultimately I think Biped is just a brilliant once-off adventure. There's a constant stream of inventive and fun challenges to overcome, with an adorable art style and sense of adventure strung throughout. I do hope the developers eventually give us a few extra levels to play with, just as an excuse to dabble back into this world. But for now, I'm giving Biped 4 out of 5 rubber chickens. Was it easy to work together?
No.
Okie dokie. Well, GGSP may not be at the Ask SP desk, but that doesn't mean we can't keep answering your fine and dandy gaming questions. Starting with this video question from Amber.
Hi GGSP, it's Amber, the Empress of Minecraftians. I have 2 questions for you. 1. What Xbox games do you recommend that are good at progressing at? And 2. What Xbox local multiplayer games do you recommend? If you do not answer my questions, I will have to send my llama army to spit on you. Thanks, ta-ta.
Thank you, Amber, Empress of Minecraftians. As I have stated before, I would like to avoid llama drama at any cost, especially llama army drama. I wonder if your llama army have special llama armor. Anyway, as to your first question about Xbox games with good progression, well, that's an interesting one. Maybe something like Ori and the Blind Forest or Ori and the Will of the Wisps. As you explore, you acquire new abilities that let you open up new areas and make your way through the game. The first Ori game, Ori and the Blind Forest, was pretty challenging at times, especially those escape sequences. The definitive edition actually added difficulty settings, which really helps. And Ori and the Will of the Wisps came with difficulty settings built in. I personally found it really helpful. Now, if you like these Metroidvania-style games, then maybe check out Yoku's Island Express or the Guacamelee games. And if you're up for a challenge, then you have to play Hollow Knight. There's a strong sense of satisfaction in coming back to areas that you'd previously not been able to access. But be warned, Hollow Knight is really, really tricky. Now, games like Stardew Valley also offer a great sense of advancement, but in a different kind of way. With the passing of the days and seasons, you expand your farm, grow crops, and make friends. Completing the community center objectives also unlocks areas and events. And some of my favorite types of games, city builders and management sims, gives you a great sense of progression long-term, like City Skylines or 2 Point Hospital, where you build upon your world or map with each game session. As for suggestions for some good local multiplayer Xbox games, well, the Guacamelee games, which I mentioned before, and Rayman Legends are awesome for co-op platforming. You also can't go wrong with the kitchen chaos of the Overcooked games. Then there's party games like Gang Beasts for some floppy fun, or Ultimate Chicken Horse. Racing games always make for some good local multiplayer too, so Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled and Team Sonic Racing are good for that. Plus there's classics like Rocket League, Just Dance, and the Lego games.
Okay, people, let's go to work.
There's lots of great multiplayer gaming options for you and the family to have some fun. Now, I think we have time for another video question, and this one comes from Keenan.
Hi GGSP, my questions are there going to be any updates to Stardew Valley? Will they ever add tornadoes, rockets, or other portals to Minecraft? P.S. Darren do these.
me just call Darren. Oh, it's a good thing that I brought the Ask SP phone with me.
Hello, hello!
Hey, Darren, just some emoticons for you.
Oh, Xanadu, Stonks, Wink, Zero, Mystery Cube!
Thanks, Darren, and thanks, Keenan, for your video. Oh, hey, Darren, do you know if there's any Stardew Valley updates?
The answer to that one is affirmative. There was actually quite a major update to Stardew Valley not too long ago, the 1.4 update. It added things like new character events and dialogue, new items and customization options, and other improvements. And Concerned Ape recently said he was working on a 1.5 update for Stardew 2, though we don't know when that one's coming out exactly. But we can expect it to contain banana trees.
That sounds bananas. Oh, I also heard that Concerned Ape is working on not one, but 2 more Stardew-related games.
Affirmative. Now that reminds me, I better go check on my Stardew farm. It's George's birthday soon, and I want to gift him a fried mushroom dish. We're going to be the best of friends. Mushroom with the wyvern on the top.
Oh, that's so nice, Darren. I want a fried mushroom dish. Anyway, thanks for your help. Bye. Now to your question if Minecraft is going to be adding rockets, tornadoes, and other portals, well, there are firework rockets. And hey, you could always try building your own rockets too, or look for a mod or add-on depending on what version of Minecraft you have. I'm sure I've seen some weather mods that would have tornadoes, and mods for different portals too. There are just so many mods out there. But if you're wondering if they'll ever show up officially, I'm not sure about that. The next big update will be the Nether, and I don't think any of those things are due to be included at this stage. If only we had a portal into the mind of a Minecraft developer and we could ask around. That would be so cool. But for now, that's all we have time for Ask SP today. If you've got a question you'd like to ask us, Jem, Will, and I will still be tackling your gaming questions from our respective dens of gaming. So you can go ahead here and send it in. That still works. And why not make it a video question? We're still going to be trying to send you some GGSP loot if your video ends up on the show. Wait, how did I call Darren on this thing? It's not even plugged into anything.
Well, that's it for today, but coming up next time, it's Aussie Rules, as we chuck on our Guernseys and review AFL Evolution 2. Plus, we visit Worm Club, the local studio that brought us Frog Detective. Until then, stay safe, be nice, have fun, and keep gaming. Will out.
Gem out. Rat out.
Wait, you guys can hear me?
Oh, no, this is all pre-recorded.
Oh, the magic of TV.